And welcome to Geno's Picks. I know, 1-3 last week, but still 29-15 on the year, 66%. You're making money. So you can't wait to get to these picks. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Let me explain why it's Casual Friday. Because Daddy doesn't care anymore. You know who this guy is? Exactly. You don't. That's Nick Crowley. I wasn't sure who it was either. So I just Googled the word nobody. And it said, are you sure you don't mean this guy? Yeah, I was going through some things. Take it down, Joe. I was going through some. My point is, Nick Crowley won the AOL Contestant Sportscaster Search. Yahoo! He's a nobody. He's a young, great-looking kid that hasn't been doing 6+ years of these videos. But remember that face, because he's the one you're going to have to blame in 2 weeks. When you're ready, you have to start paying $3.79 a month for these. I'm sorry. I cannot debase myself anymore to put myself up amongst these kids that don't know anything about sports, that haven't been putting up 6+ years of videos, that if you're coming here and saying, Gene, I'm not paying money to get your picks against the spread, then you're a retard, no offense, Joe, then you're a moron who doesn't realize what you're getting is brilliant comedy that you can't get anywhere else. So dig deep into your pockets, people, and pass up once a week on that mocha latte cha-cha-cha that goes right to your hoo-hoo. Because after Thanksgiving, you're going to have to pay Daddy and Joe a little bit for that. But for now, let's get to the free picks. My first pick, the Jets are getting 4 from the Bills in Buffalo. Maybe in Buffalo. Look, it's not a question of if this game will be played, as Commandant Goodell must make his money. It's simply a question of when and where, as they're kicking around moving the game to Jersey or Washington or Toronto or Detroit or Monday night. Who cares? Because regardless of the time and place, you just need to know 3 things. Kyle Orton doesn't cover football games. The Bills have yet to practice this week. And if ever the Jets were going to win 2 games in a row, it would be against Buffalo this week, where hell has just frozen over. Take the Jets and the 4 you're getting. My next pick, the Bengals are getting 1 from the Texans in Houston. Maybe it's habit picking against the Texans, but I'm sorry, I just can't believe Vegas has given up that quickly on the Bengals this year. Sure, they had a hiccup midseason, but I think they're more than past that, especially since I believe that hiccup was A.J. Green's ankle injury. Because during that slump, when he was either hurt or out, that's when they lost. But once he comes back, they're doing great. And in games where he's had 6 receptions or more, they're undefeated. Meanwhile, the Texans have a Green player of their own, and that's Ryan Mallett, who I'm not sold on yet, as he's starting only his 2nd game ever against a much healthier Bengals defense. So really, you just need to ask yourself which Green player you're putting your money on. And all I know is when I'm winning money, I write that number down in the darkest green possible. Take the Bengals and the one you're getting. Sorry, that was just me swallowing my pride. All right. My next pick, the Cowboys are giving 3 to the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Face it, people, the Giants suck. Sure, they had that nice 3-week run when they beat the Texans, Redskins, and Falcons. Yeah, powerhouses. And that's when it looked like Ben McAdoo's offensive scheme was clicking. But the next 2 weeks, things kept clicking too, like Victor Cruz's patellar tendon. Click. And then Rashad Jennings' MCL. Click. And since then, the Giants have never gotten back on track. Meanwhile, the Cowboys offense just keeps giving the ball to DeMarco Murray and tossing it to Des Bryant, as they have realized the best defense is their amazing offense. And the Giants continue to fade further into obscurity. So load up on the Cowboys Sunday night, because Tom Coughlin has finally completely lost his team. And if you're worried about this bet coming back to bite you in the ass, don't. The only person who has more trouble than Tom Coughlin remembering the last time they screwed someone is Bill Cosby. Ha ha! Take the Cowboys, lay the 3. The Giants are screwed. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Betters. I like to call it 0-2 the last 2 weeks. We turn it around here. The Ravens are getting 3 from the Saints in New Orleans. How excited is the rejuvenated Steve Smith to play on Monday Night Football? Look no further than his quote about the game. When asked if he was excited, he said, "Family members get to see you play, and ex-girlfriends wish they hadn't dumped you." Ha! And this is the same guy that told the Panthers after he bitch-slapped their ass to go back to Carolina and mow his lawn. Anyone else think Smith holds grudges against guys he used to score with? But regardless, I love his swagger, and I think the Ravens are playing great football right now, especially when you consider that the Saints, meanwhile, have lost their last 2 home games at the Superdome. In fact, if they get beaten anymore at home, they'll be doing those no more commercials for them. Take the Ravens and the 3 they're getting. Those are Geno's picks. Cough up some dough, bitches.